This video will be about how to skritch a bird and keep them well groomed at the same time. So when you're skritching your bird, there are definitely areas that they want groomed. So the first area would be the crop area. And you definitely want to spend some time just getting in there and maybe even pulling the feathers a little bit or rubbing them with your fingers. And you might see some flakes coming off, and that's very good because it keeps their feathers nice and soft for them and it doesn't get itchy. Another area is right here and here behind their eyes. These two areas, they can get a lot of sheaths or pin feathers there, and you want to skritch your bird in a way that keeps that area nice and soft for them. So spend a good amount of time in that area. And all of this is done very gently. You just want to make sure that you're moving the feathers, because what gets painful for them is if it stays in one area and it starts to grow out and it's not being moved around for them. It can start to get very sore for them. So I like to stick my fingers all the way on their skull and just spend some time rubbing that area for them. Another area that they really enjoy is close to their eyeball area. And what you want to do for their eyeball is just stroke in the opposite direction. And do this just very softly. Their feathers are very soft there, but it feels good for them just to have it pushed in the opposite direction every once in a while to keep them nice and groomed. So let's get the other eyeball. And just slowly brush it in the opposite direction for them. And of course, another area is their cheeks. Their cheeks is another area where they can get a lot of pin feathers and it can get itchy for them. And so when you're giving them skritches, that's an area that you definitely want to move around for them, so it keeps the area nice and soft and comfortable for them. And the way I like to do it is, I just either like to brush it against the grain, if he's willing, or if I can get him to point his head up like that, then I just like to swirl it in a circular motion, and that keeps his cheek feathers nice and soft. And let's do the other side, Coco. Rub his cheek feathers. Circular motion. And that'll keep that area nice and soft. Another important area is by their beak. So right under here, where their cheek feathers cover, between the beak and their head, that's an area that you want to keep nice and clean for them. And they do enjoy it. And the other side. The other side, Coco. Just push the feathers away. And get right in that area, right over there. And give it a nice scratch. And hopefully you'll see a few flakes come off. And that's how you know you're keeping that area nice and clean for them. It's also a good time to give them a nice crop massage here. They do enjoy that. Give them a quick massage under the throat. And another area that they do enjoy being pet is right over here. It's like their little bird whiskers. And so if you've had a cat who enjoys being stroked on the whiskers, these are little bird whiskers right here. And they do enjoy being scritched over there. And of course we've gotten the back of the crest, but we definitely want to get the top. If you'll let me do it. And just get the top right above the beak. And just give it a nice little scratch against the green. And that'll keep that area nice and soft for him, and he'll like it. And there you go. But definitely on the back here, they do have pin feathers. I don't recommend trying to unsheath them. It can be very painful for them. It's just an area that's always uncomfortable. But you definitely want to move the feathers around to keep that area at least a little more problem free than it normally is. And that's it. That's how to scritch your bird.